What is going on, everybody? I could not wait. I couldn't wait a single more second. And I don't have to anymore, and that is not the right thing that y'all are supposed to be saying. That is not the right thing that y'all are supposed to be saying. That is the right thing that y'all are supposed to be saying. Look at that. Here we go. All right. Ghost of Yotei came out, did its thing today with the state of play, and just wanted to get in here. Have you watched it yet? Yes. So I have watched it. This will actually be. I watched it immediately as I got home from work. I put it on as I was getting everything ready for the shower and all of that, and then I usually keep a video playing in the shower. I caught myself standing just like still after the shower, just holding the phone and just staring at it. Like just, I was mesmerized by what I was seeing. So I really wanted to get on here. I know Mooch is having his show right now. By all means, please, if y'all want to go hang out over there, absolutely. He has a great cast on tonight, and Mooch is just an awesome person in general, and I love his show. But I really, really wanted to talk to y'all about this, and because listen, I had a Nate on a while back, and I was very, very leery and had reservations about a couple of the Sony IP and Sony property that was coming out, and I think for good reason, right? I think I've had a little bit of a reason to be a little nervous, given some of their decisions lately and some of the things that have gone on. So I told Jez and I told Falky last night that I really wanted to be able to I wanted this game to dang near melt my face. Like, I wanted to be blown away. And the state of play happened today, and it absolutely did do that. It excelled and looked amazing. The care and the passion that you can tell that they put into this project, it came through in today's state of play. And so I absolutely love that. I just wanted to go over the state of play with y'all. It might not be frame by frame or anything like that, but I did want to go over it with y'all. And if you like this, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. And with that, we actually might turn this into a VOD later. I would like to say that, hey guys, my name is Thrifty, and this is my full reaction and interaction with the chat for the Ghost of Yotei state of play. Let's dive in. Appreciate that, Henry.
Hello everyone, this is Jason Connell and Nate Fox from Sucker Punch Productions. Ghost of Tsushima was an honor to be a part of, and today Nate and I get to share more about our next game, Ghost of Yotei. We'll be sharing how we've crafted the game around exploration while keeping Atsu's tale of vengeance front and center. We'll also talk about ghost combat and how it's evolved, and we'll introduce for the first time some new special modes of play.
I don't know.
Well, let's start things off first.
But I will say this, I'm hoping that in some way, shape, or form, that mountain is viewable from any single spot that you're going to be in. Like, I really hope that that's something that they keep, because they have kind of, this mountain is the thing, right? Like, this is where you're going. This is where the Yotei 6 get their name from. Like, that is where this is taking place and what the game's namesake is based on. So they've made a point to talk about before draw distance and how they really wanted to focus on that to where you could see so far off, and this mountain has always been kind of looming in the background. So I hope that they maintain that through most of the game, where just this mountain is just looming in the background.
By talking about a Japanese folk legend, the Onryo.
The people of Ezo believe Atsu is an Onryo, a wrathful ghost bent on revenge. And they're half right. Atsu does.
Oh, okay. Three. Okay, bye. So, what's up, Zand? Good seeing you, dude. Okay, so I really like that they automatically talk about and like why is she called the ghost, right? Like, is it a mantle? Is it something that's been passed down? Is it what is it? Why? How did she get the moniker of ghost? And some had speculated, including myself, that they could turn this into like almost an Assassin's Creed type thing, where other people can come along and get the mantle and become an assassin or become a ghost of region X, right? That's not how she got the name, though. She got the name because everybody expects that she died a long time ago, and now she is out seeking vengeance on the people who killed her family. So, like, in knowing that now, and like I said, I've already watched the trailer once, but like in knowing that now, that's a really that does a great job of answering like, hey, is she the ghost because it's a Jin Sakai thing, or is she the ghost for some other reason? And this definitely points to her being the ghost for some other reason. So I'm actually really, really excited about the way that they have presented that right off the bat. We're 3 minutes into the trailer, and it's already answered a question that I had had.
Doesn't care if she lives or dies, so long as she can punish the Yotei 6, a ruthless gang who slaughtered her family. After 16 years in the South, she's returned home to put their spirits to rest. It's warm memories of her family that propel her forward. When Atsu returns to her childhood home, with the push of a button, you can experience those cherished times. By giving you the freedom to explore Atsu's past, the wound of her loss becomes personal. It's that pain that pushes her forward. Hunting down the Yotei 6 is a near impossible task. She'll face 1,000 blades.
Very much
but the Onryo is relentless. And with each victory, the ghost story around her grows.
Oh, okay. That looks fire.
Ghost of Yotei focuses on player freedom more than any game Sucker Punch has ever made. But it's also a game that at its heart is inspired by so many of our favorite wandering samurai films. So let's start off by talking about exploration at the edge of Japan.
I'll be completely honest, this part kind of lost
We all
me
have different playstyles, so we set out to make an open world game that lets you drive your own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. Your thirst for combat own experiences. Whether that's your curiosity to wonder, your...
So one of the things that I noticed just in this scene is the vibrancy of the colors, right? Like frame rate, you might get chopped up because of the quality of the video coming through. You might get some pixelation or whatnot, but one of the things that usually does come through is the colors and the vibrancy of those colors. Even if they're pixelated, you can still tell, wow, that looks bright as all get out. It pops a lot. And so one of the things I really like is how well everything kind of contrasts and pops out on the screen. Like even as far back as the detail on the trees above and in the back, you can't see, I'm pointing at the screen, but back above that sheet that's hanging there, or not sheet, but that canvas that's hanging there, you can see like the detail on the trees. And I really like that attention to detail and what they have done in this game and kind of brightened it up. And maybe it was just the trailer going from a more darker, somber scene right here, or what looks kind of more darker, that covered canopy, the reds kind of swirling in together, all the way over here to this bright blue sky in the background. But the way it looks really, really pops here.
Thirst for combat, or a deep desire to stay focused on the story. As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new As you explore, there's an underlying clue system that invites you to new adventures and new areas of the game that could be appealing to you. If you interrogate an enemy, choosing to ask about the Oni, you could uncover a landscape scarred by fire with more bold, samurai-like enemies to fight and abilities for Atsu to learn. Or, if you ask about the Kitsune, might lead you to an area filled with snow and deception, enemies that ambush you, and new ninja-like tactics to study. Atsu draws cards for each clue to keep track of all available adventures. The more you play, the more the game unfolds for you.
Okay, so I think that part... What's up, Warawana? I think that part is really, really cool. Being able to interact... And I've mentioned this before with Grand Blue Fantasy just the other night. And if you go and watch some of my reviews, I've mentioned this quite a bit in those reviews as well. But I love it when a game lets you kind of determine how much or how little of the game you want to do, right? And I feel like... Or how much of the story you really want to get involved in. Do I love the story? Do I love the characters enough to dive into all of the side quests and try not to miss a single one? And like with The Witcher 4 or with The Witcher 3, I mean, delete like 2 to 3 hours worth of progress just because I had to rewind to a separate save file. Like, do I love your characters that much, or do I just want to go through the game and just get through it as fast as possible, right? And so I really like that they let you have these moments where, hey, yeah, you can interrogate everybody. And you can get so many cards and so many clues and follow these paths out and do as much as you want. And the more you keep getting these clues, the more the world keeps unfolding. But you're also going to be able to just do whatever you want and just go straight through. And so I really like it when games do that. Especially for somebody like me, that a lot of times I go hard and heavy on a game, put 40 hours into it, and then like I'm a third of the way through Horizon Forbidden West, and then I get burnt out on it, so I just want to mainline the rest of the story. And so I really love it when games do that. I also, this system kind of, it's almost similar to me to the Nemesis system. It's almost feels similar to the Nemesis system, or better yet, the system that they used in Assassin's Creed. Because when you killed somebody in Assassin's Creed, it would open up the next branch or the next line. Like, everything kind of fed into each other. Even the side quests would open up certain different memories and things like that. So I really do like that they're pulling from a couple other really good open world action IP in order to kind of speak into this one. I really, the similarities are there, at least for me. Ghost of Yotei is going to be amazing because it's got hot tubs in it.
She makes progress against the Yotei 6, her legend as the on-rail grows.
It's her.
Bounty will go up, drawing the attention of deadlier foes.
No lie, right here I thought bounty system? Is this GTA just with samurai swords? No lie. First thought that came into my head when I heard the word bounty. I was like, oh. And then I heard like the western, like country western kind of old-timey strings in the background. And I was like, oh no. This is Red Dead Redemption but with samurai. That's freaking awesome. That's the exact transition that happened in this moment.
Are you lost?
I'm looking for some old friends. The Yotei 6.
Show her the door.
There is a hefty price on Atsu's head. How Atsu can also hunt down her own bounties that bring her all around the land. This is a lucrative way to make some money to fuel her vengeance quest.
You're not of Clan Eguchi. You're here for my bounty.
See, and even that swiping of the red across the card reminds me so much of when Ezio would take the feather and swipe the neck of the people who he had just assassinated. Like, those type of things, those little pickups on games from my past, and from a lot of y'all's actually, are things that I really, really like seeing. Because it's not like they just said, oh, she's going to use a feather. No, they like made it and personalized it for this game and for this title. But it's still something to me that harkens back.
Hidden in the world are altars of reflection. Finding one inspires Atsu and unlocks a new ability to help her on the journey ahead.
Did y'all see that? This one we follow birds. And
Help
not
her
fox.
on the finding one
See that?
inspires Atsu. World are
Follow
altars
golden
of
birds,
reflection.
discover happiness.
Finding one inspires Atsu and unlocks. They are fun to find on their own, but for a quicker route, you can always buy a traveler's map from the cartographer.
Oh, I love that. I love it when you can buy the freaking maps.
Ghost of Yotei isn't going to rush you through anything. You can choose what motivates you most.
God, that's gorgeous. Look at that.
But we think the best way to
Look at that.
play motivates you
Look at those freaking colors, man.
most.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it looks
But
so
we think the best
good.
way to play is to simply pull out your spyglass, find something interesting on the horizon, and enjoy the ride.
Let's ride.
Like, I wonder how big the map is, because like I could set her to run from one end to the other and just play this music right here while we're just like doing Saturday morning cleaning in the house or whatnot. Like, this is awesome.
The lands around Yotei are
I will say
fat.
this: the water, it's like a freaking Bob Ross painting. Yes, that is a perfect way to describe it. It is like a freaking Bob Ross painting, with all the passion, the care, the love. Yes, 100% Michael Meridian, absolutely. One thing I was gonna say, not just here to shield completely. I'm worried that the water is not gonna be very reflexive, and I'm kind of hoping for some ray tracing in this thing, and some really good ray tracing in this thing, especially on my $700 piece of hardware. That's kind of what I want, and I'm hoping that we get some more information on that the closer we get to release, because that water looks murky and not reflexive, and it looks very much just dark. Now, it could be overcast skies, what have you. They might show that later. I'm not sure. Just pointing this out as I see it for the second time now.
The lands around Yotei are fast. It's not about checking it all off, it's about engaging in the content that gets you excited. About checking things around Yotei, it's about engaging.
That game right there looks like the game that we all used to play with the little paper footballs, where you'd fold a piece of paper into triangles, and y'all'd flick them back and forth to each other, and whoever's like got closest to the edge without going off the edge, they got the point or whatnot. Tell me somebody else played that game. And if you're listening to this afterwards, tell me somebody played that game in the comments. Go to the hot tub scene. Why does the quality look so bad in this scene?
in the content that gets you excited. Embrace that curiosity
Okay, so
in the content that gets you excited.
it does look like her shoulders and everything look pretty like blocky. Like, is that? Let's go back to this.
All off. It's about engaging in the contest. It's not about checking it all off. It's about engaging in the content that gets you excited.
Okay, like maybe. Yeah, it does look a little choppy. Like, it looks like that scene, like they're still working on it. It's not, it hasn't got the up-res of a scene like this, right? It hasn't got the pizzazz yet. It hasn't got the final shimmer, as it were. Because it looks a little choppy. I will say this, if you look, you can see where they've got the shadow mapping on here, and they've done some decent stuff with that, but like, it does, even the leaves up here look kind of flat. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely see it. Maybe it's a bad angle. Maybe it's not. They saw Stellar Blade. It was like, do we? Well, we need more skin. Add it. This is why we didn't get it in July or June. This is why. This is why we didn't get it in May when I was hoping for it, because they had to add this in here. They were like, we gave an Asian lady a sword. Now we need to make her half naked. These are the rules now. Stellar Blade set them, not us. Don't be mad at the gamer.
Embrace that curiosity and let the wind guide you on your hunt.
Oh, look at the hair.
Your hunt.
I know it's probably a cinematic, but yeah, nope, not even gonna look at it. Not gonna daunt over it. It's probably a cinematic. That's the thing. Let's go.
Ezo is a dangerous place. Atsu always wields a weapon. As for which, that's up to you. Will you choose a katana, spear?
Lunchi says it's different parts from different times. This is not finished product. Keep in mind, if it's not, it's still not being polished. Sony never shows the finished product, so I don't know. I know, but it just
Sarigama, Odachi, or dual swords.
Oh, dual
Each
swords.
is uniquely effective against a particular enemy and has their own set of upgrades to discover and master.
When Saito banners.
Oh, dual swords is so.
Let's see how she uses these weapons in the field, searching for
I'm so
leads
excited.
on Lord Saito.
This is our food, from our soil.
The soldiers needed more to free you.
Free us. Inokichi steals our crops while our families starve.
Atsu's no samurai or ninja. No, she's a lone wolf mercenary who'll use every
she just
advantage,
kicked up a
every
spear.
dirty trick to win a fight.
Okay, so they're already making contrast here. She's already a dirty mercenary who will use every trick to win a fight. That's awesome. She doesn't have this honor battle. She's going in to be a bad word I can't say because I'm turning this into a VOD later. But like, she is going into this thing to be a bad mama jamma. If you're from my age bracket, you've had parents who said that. Like, I love that. It's like, no, man, there's not this honor thing that we're struggling with here. None of that. We're going to go in, and we are going to not be done until all these Yotei 6 are done.
Combat has the feel of a classic samurai movie. Every motion counts. It's about lethal
See that? Look at that
precision.
fluid movement. Look at that shit. Just keep going with the sword. Oh, and you can quick switch. Okay. I don't.
If an enemy swings hard, Atsu can lose her weapon. But if she's quick, she can disarm them.
I don't know. I felt like the first one did a really good job job of making it not seem like Jin Sakai had like 85 different things on him at once. Maybe I'm just I don't think. Oh yeah, Jin couldn't do this twin blades. That's right. But didn't they, like, Jin Sakai could only hold his bow and 2 weapons, and then he had his accessories that were generally smaller, if I'm not mistaken. So like with this one, it seems like she has almost like a Mary Poppins bag, or like a Deadpool bag, if you want to if you want 2 contrasting images there, where she can just kind of pull it out whenever she needs to. And so with that, I don't know. I kind of liked that they made it look hyper realistic the first time, where hey, no, you can't carry 97 different big weapons. She's faster and can use anything. Girl boss. Girl boss. Is it bad?
Choose the right weapon for the job. To fight a massive enemy, her huge Odachi blade is best.
Fight a massive enemy.
He looks like the one in charge.
Women are just better, I guess.
We feast!
Sick. That's what the 2 swords do. Look at that!
Blades are great, but ranged weapons work too. And Atsu's got an arsenal.
Somebody on the
Bounty hunter!
And you're like, yes.
Thrown weapons like kunai, bombs, or even blinding powder can give Atsu an edge.
Is blinding powder new? Let me know in the comments if blinding powder is new. I know the first 2 that they mentioned, the smoke bombs and the kunais, are not new. But let me know if blinding powder is new. I think that's new. That's another new thing.
When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt. Dual swords are best against spears.
No more!
Hang on. Did it just say when enemies? Did I play it? Yes, I did. I have 80 hours in the game? I think that's right. Yes, I freaking loved Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima 1, absolutely breathtaking game. Loved it. It's so good. Such a good game. Did they say that enemies can switch weapons now too? Hang on, let's go back.
Even blinding powder can give Atsu that. Dual swords are best. When enemies switch weapons, can give Atsu an edge. When enemies switch weapons, you'll have to adapt.
So that's really cool. When enemies switch weapons. So that adds a different element to the enemies in this game. In a lot of games. Hell, if the enemy AI is smart enough to, not AI, but programming, whatever, it might be AI, I don't fucking know. If the enemies are intuitive enough and smart enough, we'll edit that F word out. If they're intuitive enough and smart enough, then they'll be able to pick up on what you're doing and kind of counteract your counter to them, right? So like they switch and then you switch and then they pick up on it and then maybe they switch back, like, and so you're playing this like cat and mouse with them, seeing when and who can get the faster drop on the other one. Like, I think if they do it like that, that's going to add a whole new element to the gameplay, and it sounds like that's what they're doing here. So that's actually really, really cool, because a lot of games, they'll do that when they have somebody who has a sword and shield. Like, they'll use the shield and then they'll go to use their sword, and that's kind of that thing. But letting them switch weapon types altogether, that's a whole new spin on that I haven't seen a lot even in gaming. So that's actually pretty cool. What's the glow? Is that unblockable? I don't know. Oh, maybe.
ども
Tell me what you know about Saito.
Atsu doesn't always fight alone. She'll meet several allies on her hunt,
Yeah, maybe it is like a perfect
including
or something
a
like
mysterious wolf.
that. I know I have not seen yellow paint, so we're still...
Atsu can set up camp under the stars of Ezo.
Okay, we're about to get into one of my other negatives of the game. And it's a positive, but it's a negative also. Anyways, you saw... So, copying Lies of P, maybe. Maybe that's another one that they've let influence the game. I don't know. I haven't played Lies of P, so y'all can speak into that probably a little better than I can. But, I mean, if you say so, then yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell they found a lot of inspiration from other games, big and small, in this genre. And so, it's a genre. Sorry, that's just what came to mind. But, like... Yeah, so let's start playing this real quick because this is a part that I like and don't like, and I'm going to explain both reasons.
But she's not always alone.
Hey, friend. Share your fire with the traveling peddler?
What are you selling?
A mask said to be cursed with the unpredictable nature of its previous owner.
Camping under the stars is a great way to rest up, play your shamisen, or cook to ready for a fight ahead. It's also designed to help bring important characters and upgrades straight to you. In fact, in place of the journal menu from Ghost of Tsushima, we've opted for a more character-driven way of managing allies and vendors you meet in Ezo.
This part, absolutely love. I love it. It's like a progression. It's like a continual progressive story for each character. I love that. Honestly, this part reminds me a little bit of Metaphor, where you can go into your relationships and you can see who has something new for you, and then you can kind of teleport or transport right to them. And so that's what this seems like to me. On face value. They're going to say something here in a second that I actually don't like about this.
Over time, Atsu grows to have her own wolf pack. And here, you can keep track of when a sensei might have a weapon skill for you, or when a vendor has something unique to sell. Managing upgrades, resources, when to buy what, can be a burden in a big open-world game. At campsites, members of your wolf pack can catch up with you, offering upgrades and unique items. This helps ensure you have every opportunity to upgrade and prepare for Atsu's vengeance quest ahead. You don't have to leave where you're exploring. The game comes to you.
Okay, that part right there. I know a lot of folks are probably going to look at this and go, oh, that's so awesome. I don't have to go anywhere now. I don't have to travel as much. Oh, it's going to be so great. Part of the joy that I got from Ghost of Tsushima was exploring. It was exploring the mountains. It was trying to find that vendor that, oh crap, what farm was this person in? I don't remember. And like, you would search and search and search. And I really, really enjoyed that. I enjoyed the adventure that you got from just going. And on your way, I'd always find other things like a hidden spring or a haiku place or something like, or a bamboo tower. Like, those type of things were so fun to just come across while you explore, or you found shrines everywhere. Like, that was so fun. And so I think doing this, it gives people an excuse to not get out in the world and explore. And I understand that some people don't like that, but for me, that's a little immersion breaking. Also, I'll tell you why it's immersion breaking. If I'm on the other side of the map and I can have the ability just to bring a vendor right to me, like some USPS airdrop system, that didn't exist in this time period. So that's very much like it's out of the period of time where that should be possible. Now, fast travel, I get it wasn't possible and all that, but you suspend belief for a second and say, well, they fast traveled to you. Or they You took 2 days and slept on the road, and then you got, theater of the mind a little bit with that. This, it seems like what they're saying is they're just going to come straight to you. And I'm not totally a fan of that. That part, and really that part alone, has kind of stood out as like, I don't like that. I understand it, I get it, but I don't necessarily like it.
While exploring Ezo,
look at that,
you'll
Charles,
discover...
look at that. That's that type of stuff that they wanted, right? That if you recognize that from the first game, generally you see that post in the background and that set of posts when you're about to enter a shrine. But look at this. Look at that ridge. Look at everything. Michael said it best earlier. It is a freaking masterpiece in artwork. Fast travel in games doesn't always mean instant transmission like your Goku. It just stops you. Right, exactly. I'm a little late. I was playing Call of Duty with my friend a bit. Hey, dude, no big deal. This is an impromptu breakdown of the trailer, just kind of what I thought about it. Ace, I appreciate you showing up. Glad I can see you in a live. That's awesome.
For all sorts of new armor, charms, and gear. Perfect for building up Atsu around your chosen playstyle. Are you stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and stealth or chosen playstyle.
I am not gonna lie.
Are you
all except for the bandana looking a little bit too much like a do-rag on the top of her head? This looks fantastic. This looks cool. Because you got the 2 swords, you got the ball and chain thing that I know has a name that I can't think of right now. And this looks epic.
Stealth, ranged, or melee focused? Find and combine the pieces that are just right for you.
I'm pretty sure they did. They did.
And of course, customize the look of your armor and weapons to make sure that your version of Atsu looks and fights just the way you want.
I love how it had to point out that that part right there is not actual gameplay.
The score of Ghost of Yotei is incredibly special to us.
So remember earlier when I told y'all my experience while watching this was like, oh my gosh, it seemed like this Red Dead Redemption feel. Listen to this real quick, because it was just confirmation that what I had heard in the background was absolutely 100% intentional. And so let's just listen to this real quick. We're almost done.
Our amazing composer, Toma Otoa, has created a mashup of Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors, brought to life through an exciting collaboration of many talented.
So Eastern instrumentation with Western flavors. That's pretty stinking cool. Like, that's where that Eastern Orient sound comes from, but that's also why I was getting feels of Red Dead, right? And so I really, really enjoy that I was able to kind of pick that out, but also I enjoy watching this process and what they did with it.
でこうダウンビートまで
If you like what you heard, we're releasing 2 tracks featured in today's State of Play on your favorite streaming service immediately after the show.
That's so sick.
The digital photography community for Ghost of Tsushima is incredible. We're happy to have photo mode back in Ghost of Yotei and look forward to seeing photos from your journey across Ezo.
Oh, they will be getting a crap ton of photos from my journey. Oh, but look at this. Look. So down here at the bottom, watch this. Here, I want to point this out real quick. So like, top right, top left, both look great. Bottom left, the back graphics look great. But this one, the bear looks almost like it's not like completely rendered yet. So like, uh, wiggle your big toe. What? Oh, okay, weird. I don't know what that's from. Anyways, the this right here, like it just doesn't look like this one is done yet. But we've already pointed some of that stuff out. Just wanted to kind of reiterate, like there are certain parts here where I'm like, oh, please fix that. Kill Bill.
We want playing through Ghost of Yotei to feel like stepping inside of your favorite classic samurai films. So, from the beginning of the game, we're happy to offer a full Japanese voice track with full lip sync that you can play with subtitles.
誰だてめえ。生きてたか。狼の姫。一人残らず息の根止めたと思った。また会えたな。刀鍛冶の娘。
覚えておけ。圧だ。
To take the feeling of stepping into a classic samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode.
Okay, so real quick, before we get into that, oh, the hero, there's no question. Before we get into that, I want to point out that at the thumb, right? The thumbnail for the video. Care, experience, passion. They have a crap ton of experience with this type of a game because of the first one, because of Ghost of Tsushima. They have the utmost care given to this because they consult historians. They make sure that if it's the right season for these flowers to be in bloom or for things like that, like they actually consult people. At least they did on the first one. So we know they took their time, they did care for it, and then they focused heavily and dumped a ton of passion into this game. They could have probably had this game out faster. We talk about games getting delayed and it taking 5 years for a game. This game right here gives you like 3 different full-on game modes. Whole ass different experience. 3 times over. And we're going to see the other 2 here in a second. I paused it before we could get there. But that kind of passion and that kind of care, I am totally okay with you taking an extra 10 months, an extra 12 months even, to do that type of stuff. Because this is fan service. I cannot tell you how many people I have already seen commenting, not only in our Discord, but also on social media at large, like how excited they are for the Kurosawa mode, or how excited they are for the Samurai cinematic mode with the Japanese voice acting and the lip sync and all this other stuff. Like, all of those type of little touches go to show the amount of care and passion that they still have for this title. This isn't something that's being shoveled out to hit a quota. This isn't something that's being, and this right here is really what sparked me wanting to get on and talk with y'all about this state of play. Because this right here shows that at least Sucker Punch, I can't speak for the others yet, I haven't seen some of their projects, but at least Sucker Punch still cares and is allowed to care for their IPs. They're not being told, hey, we got to get this out. Hey, we can't add that mode right now because it's going to take too long. We want you to have it out right now. And that bodes well for what is possibly going on at these other studios of theirs. Not a big deal to have Japanese. No. It's not a big deal that it has Japanese language. It's a big deal that they've made it its own full-on samurai cinematic mode, where it does the full Japanese language with full lip sync with the English subtitles, and they changed up kind of the cinema, like the cinematic angles is what I think they were saying. And so like all of that is actually really, really cool in my opinion. And they already have worked on the filter, so maybe we could say, yeah, they've already worked on it, but like the Kurosawa mode is also really, really, really a crowd pleaser. I didn't like it. I don't like black and white. I used to have to play video games on black and white, and I don't want to go back. And so, like, the struggle was real, and I don't want to see black and white again. But to me, it's a big deal, and I really, really, really like that. So let's keep going here.
Samurai cinema experience one step further, we are honored to once again partner with acclaimed director Akira Kurosawa's estate for Kurosawa Mode, which emulates his classic black and white films.
I agree with that also, and Mike. This isn't Game Pass fodder, absolutely. God, it's gorgeous. And I just talked about how much I hate black and white. It's so
gorgeous. For Ghosts of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate two.
Also, and I just talked about it. One of the things I like that happens sometimes. Movies used to do it where they'd start black and white and they'd transition into. They transition into color. Really like the transition they did here out of the black and white. And then coming in, it is a little piece of cinema that I liked. Coming in, and the first thing you see, you can't fully see the blue on the bottom. When the shot first starts, you just see the white and the beige in the back, so it almost looks like it's fading back into color. Anyways.
For Ghosts of Yotei, we wanted to celebrate two other influential directors who have had an impact on the genre as a whole.
That right there is epically polished.
On the genre as a whole.
30 frames. That is definitely in 30 frames.
First, we've partnered with Takeshi Miike, director of 13 Assassins, for a mode that puts the camera closer during combat for a more intense, raw experience along with increased mud and blood splatter. And
I'll be honest, when they said mud and then paused, I was like, wait, are we really going to talk about mud splatter here? And then they said blood, and I was like, okay, we're
lastly,
cool.
We've partnered with the director of Samurai Champloo, Shinichiro Watanabe. Turn this mode on to listen to some original lo-fi tracks directed by Watanabe himself.
This mode is a freaking vibe, guys. Like, this is where you just get on, put on the headphones, and like just vibe out the rest of the night. Like, you're not looking to accomplish jack shit when you start this mode. Not at all. You're not looking to do a dang thing. But sit down and chill out.
There's so many ways to make your Ghost of Yotei playthrough your own. But no matter how you play, here's one way to experience Ghost of Yotei that is sure to be special.
I like to act like I hate these or that they suck. Like, dear goodness, I really knocked it out of the goddamn park. I want it. Like, I don't even want... The black one looks sick too, but the gold looks freaking awesome. I would rock that in a heartbeat. It is elegant. It's
Today, you've got a glimpse into Atsu's hunt for the Yotei 6. Forge your own path while discovering the secrets of Ezo.
She's so pretty.
To survive, you'll need to master a variety of weapons, using lethal precision to overcome the odds and take revenge as the Onryo. Ghost of Yotei comes out on October 2nd. Thank you so much for watching.
Dang. Pan out to the mountains. Sony, why did you do this to me? Alright, we'll pause right there just on that title screen. Oh my freaking goodness. This is... I might at least get the controller. I don't know if I'll make the plates. Oh, that's a good point. There's pro plates. Okay, so that's really cool. Yeah, no, I'm through the moon. They hit every single box that I was looking for. The game looks gorgeous, except for those few spots that, you know, Wara pointed out and then I pointed out another. Like, those type of things, little things like that I think they're going to polish out and iron out. Like, that those. No, it looks really, really good. I am stoked. So, as I said last night on the show, we have Shinobi coming out in August. There's another one coming out in August that I think is another Trail. I think Trails in the Sky is August or September. We have Lost Soul Aside in September. We have Ghost of Yotei in October. And there's like 3 more coming out in that little window. There are so many titles coming. Be vigilant with your wallet. Get the games you want. Remember, you can only play one game at a time. That's the hard part. There's so many games that I want to play right now that are coming out starting in August, and I'm having to like, okay, maybe get this one and then hold off on the other, right? Like, so Trails, even though I want it to do really good, I probably don't have the time to dump into Trails in the Sky FC. So like, I'm gonna have to wait on that. That's okay. But with Shinobi, that's probably going to be a smaller game. I can probably play it, have a great time with it to lead me into Lost Soul Aside. And then that is going to be closely tied into Ghost of Yotei. So we have a ton of stuff coming, not really spaced out that well, and it's going to be fantastic. I think they hit on every metric that I was looking for, and I'm excited to play the game. I'm so excited. I hope they didn't show all the good parts. I don't think they did. This game is going to be epic, and I cannot wait to keep talking about this and covering it. We're going to be covering it here on this channel from now until release, and then probably after, because I'm that freaking excited about it. And Lost Soul Aside's another one, guys. That's another one I'll probably be streaming at some point, certain parts of both of these games. I can't freaking wait. I am about to be eating like a fat pig in slop first thing in the morning after feeding. Like, it's so good. I'm just going to be sitting and just getting a big old huge gaming belly, so to speak, because of how much crud and good stuff I'm putting in. It's going to be so good. Yeah, do a reaction to Hell Is Us too. There's just too many games lately, but this one definitely looks like a day one. Man, it is. And like I said, guys, really short one tonight. Oh, I mean, we had like 10 minutes of the intro, so like it technically was only about 45 minutes. Thank y'all so much for showing up. Hit that like button on your way out. Subscribe if you're new and you're catching this afterwards. I normally don't do long form like this, but really wanted to talk about this in detail. And yeah, so with all of that though, remember, stay thrifty as much as humanly